The best product leaders aren't just product managers. They are part psychologists, part economists, part strategists. They see the world through a lens of first principles. But how do you move from theory to practice? How do you stop being a victim of chaos and start being the architect of your own outcomes? This is the Sovereign PM, the podcast that deconstructs the ideas of product strategist Schwarzkopf to give you a more powerful way to think and lead. It's time to own your outcomes. Let's begin.
You've done it, weeks, maybe months of really rigorous discovery. You've meticulously synthesized all the user research, you've dissected the market data, and crafted this roadmap.
The perfect roadmap.
By every objective measure, it's brilliant.
Right.
Data-driven, logical, just bulletproof.
Yeah.
You present it to your team, your stakeholders, and you genuinely expect, well, alignment, excitement even, momentum. We've all been there.
And what often greets you instead is this almost imperceptible yet incredibly potent force of resistance.
Yes. Subtle, but it's there.
An engineer starts to subtly question the technical feasibility of, well, every feature.
Right. Or a key stakeholder who seemed totally on board last week.
Suddenly has a whole list of new deep concerns like, where did those come from?
And team velocity dips. The energy in the room just shifts. It goes from collaboration to this quiet, kind of passive opposition.
Yeah, that quiet opposition is the worst. So your logic was flawless,
Yeah.
your business case impeccable. What on earth went wrong?
Well, here's the really uncomfortable biological truth of it all. You brought a spreadsheet to a biological fight.
That hits home.
And this isn't just some clever metaphor. It's a profound physiological reality. When change is introduced, even positive, perfectly logical change.
Like a strategic pivot or a new feature set?
Exactly. The human brain perceives it as a threat. And we're not talking about some abstract, corporate threat.
This is primal stuff.
We're talking the same flood of stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline that your brain releases if you were to, say, suddenly bump into a bear in the woods.
Seriously, your roadmap, that beautiful roadmap.
Can literally be as scary as a grizzly bear to some people's brains. That feeling, it's unconscious, it's immediate, and it's profoundly unpleasant.
And look, this isn't just anecdotal. It's not just us complaining about tough meetings.
No, there's data.
This inherent biological reality, this fundamental mismatch between our rational plans and our sort of primal human wiring. It explains why an estimated 75%, three-quarters, of all corporate transformations fail.
75%, that's staggering.
It is. And it's almost never the strategy itself that's really flawed. It's the inherent, often unacknowledged inability to effectively manage the human element.
So for us as product leaders, every single thing we do, a new feature, a strategic pivot, a process refinement,
Readjustment.
it's all an act of leading people through that deep, uncomfortable biology of change.
Right. So our mission in this deep dive isn't about just managing change, which, let's be honest, often feels like a sterile, bureaucratic exercise.
Yeah, ticking boxes.
It's about humanizing it. We're going to unpack two really powerful science-backed strategies from Navigating Change, a product manager's guide to humanizing transformation.
Okay.
These are designed specifically to help you move beyond just the elegant logic of your roadmap
Spreadsheet.
and truly lead your team through the biological reality of change itself.
Okay, let's get into it. That core tension you mentioned, objective data versus subjective human response. Why does something so logically sound trigger that unconscious, immediate, frankly unpleasant feeling of threat?
Well, you mentioned the bear in the woods. What's fascinating, thinking about first principles here, is why the brain defaults to threat when facing novelty or uncertainty at work. It's not just fear of the unknown, is it? It goes deeper.
It absolutely is deeper. I mean, our brains are essentially hardwired for predictability, for efficiency.
Pattern matching machines.
Exactly. So any disruption, any new direction, any shift in priorities, or that new initiative you're championing,
Yeah.
it triggers this instinctual, sometimes really irrational resistance because it demands new cognitive effort. It introduces uncertainty. It challenges established routines.
So your beautiful roadmap, however logical.
Becomes a perceived threat to comfort, to predictability, maybe even to someone's feeling of competence. It's not about their willingness to work hard, it's their neurology.
Okay, that sets the stage perfectly for the first strategy. The motivation map hacking, the why behind the work.
Right.
Now, many leaders, and honestly, I've done this myself plenty of times, We fall into this trap.
What trap is that?
We try to motivate teams with those big picture business metrics, shareholder value, revenue growth, stock price. We think this is logical, this makes sense, it must resonate.
Because it resonates with us, maybe, or with the execs?
Exactly. But here's where it gets really interesting. The behavioral science is crystal clear. That approach, it's catastrophically ineffective for most people on your team.
Catastrophically ineffective. Wow.
Those metrics motivate a tiny, tiny fraction. For everyone else, it's just noise.
Okay, so the principle here is if you want real commitment, that deep, sustained buy-in.
You absolutely must connect the change you're proposing to the 5 primary human motivators. Your logical argument might be sound on paper,
Your spreadsheet looks great.
but if it doesn't tap into these deeper, often subconscious drivers, it'll just fall flat, no matter how much data you throw at it.
Okay, let's make this practical. Give us a common scenario.
Okay, tech debt.
Yeah.
We've all been there, right? Pushing for a critical refactor.
Oh, yeah. The glamorous work.
Exactly. My logical pitch was always clear. This will improve system stability by 15%, reduce long-term maintenance costs. Solid, data-driven argument.
Makes perfect sense.
And almost every single time it landed with a thud. The engineer saw it as boring, thankless. Leadership saw no immediate revenue.
So what happened?
Deprioritized. Again and again.
Sound familiar? So this is where the motivation map comes in.
Precisely. Before you even present the what, your logical solution, your job as the leader, is to understand the why for every person in the room, or at least every key archetype,
You need to translate your single initiative into, what, multiple stories?
into 5 distinct stories, each one meticulously tailored to one of those core human motivators.
Okay, 5 stories. Now, I can hear some people listening thinking, wow, that sounds like a lot of work. Do I really need 5 pitches for every initiative?
Yeah.
What's the ROI on that effort?
It's a fair question. It is effort. But think about the cost of not doing it. Project stalled, teams resistant, talent disengaged, that 75% failure rate we talked about.
Right, the hidden costs are huge.
The payoff isn't just getting this initiative done. It's building a more resilient, motivated team, a team that trusts you, a team less prone to that biological threat response next time. It's an investment in your organizational operating system.
Okay, so walk us through the 5 motivators using the tech debt example. Who's first?
Let's start with the ambitious engineer, the one driven by personal success. Your pitch isn't about stability percentages. It's, look, this isn't just a refactor. This is a huge opportunity for you to become our team's go-to expert on modernizing legacy systems.
Framing it as skill development.
That's a highly valuable, scarce skill. This makes you the leader for future architectural decisions here. You're speaking their language.
Okay, got it. What about, say, the empathetic designer, the one who really cares about the customers?
For them, you connect it directly to user pain. I know this feels like back-end stuff, but that's tech debt. It's the root cause of those slow load times users complain about constantly.
They need to get tangible.
Fixing this directly reduces their daily frustration. It makes our product feel fast, delightful. You're literally giving our users back their time.
Nice. Okay, who's next? The collaborative team lead.
The one invested in the team environment. Your story for them focuses on their daily reality. This legacy code, it's a constant source of stress, friction, those late-night bug hunts for our team.
The silent killer of morale.
Exactly. Tackling this now is a direct investment in our own sanity. It makes day-to-day work more enjoyable, less frustrating for everyone. Think of it as a gift to the team.
I like that framing. Okay, 2 more. The idealist. Driven by community or mission?
For them, you elevate it. Our company's mission is to state the mission. Honestly, our slow, unstable platform is a direct threat to achieving that.
Connecting the dots.
It limits our reach, frustrates the very people we aim to serve. Building a resilient foundation ensures we can continue to serve our community, to have the impact we all want. This is about protecting our collective purpose.
Powerful. And finally, the brass tacks person. The executive, the sales leader focused on financial results.
For them, it's pure ROI. Every single hour our engineers spend patching this mess is an hour they are not building revenue-generating features. It's a direct drag on the top line.
Opportunity costs.
This investment will pay for itself in 6 months through increased velocity and our ability to finally ship those enterprise features our biggest customers are demanding. This isn't cost savings, it's revenue acceleration.
Wow. Okay, the power there is really clear. By speaking to all 5 motivations, you take something potentially boring
Like tech debt.
and turn it into a mission everyone can connect with based on what they care about. You're not just a manager pushing a spreadsheet anymore.
You become a storyteller, a translator. translating one goal into the language of your audience. And look, it's not manipulation.
No, it feels like deep empathy, strategic communication.
Exactly. Now, let's pivot. Strategy number 2. The cognitive load audit. Measuring your team's true capacity.
Okay. Cognitive load.
Most organizations, and let's be honest, most of us product leaders, we manage change by looking at activity, Jira heat maps, ticket counts.
Assuming everyone has infinite capacity.
We assume this infinite static capacity to just absorb more.
Yeah.
New work, new processes, new initiatives. We treat people like CPUs.
Yeah, like resources.
But what happens when that fundamental assumption is just profoundly wrong?
It breaks. Everything breaks. It's a foundational error, and one I've definitely made.
Me too. The principle here is simple but crucial. Individual capacity isn't infinite. It's dynamic. It fluctuates.
Affected by work, by life, everything.
Everything. And here's the key distinction. Cognitive load isn't just about workload. It's a function of two things. Capacity, their available time and energy.
Okay.
And confidence, their belief in their ability to actually succeed at the task.
Capacity and confidence. You need both. Ignoring either is bad.
A critical oversight. Let's use another practical example. We've all seen this.
Okay.
A high-performing designer always delivers. Suddenly, they start missing deadlines. They seem disengaged, withdrawn.
Yeah. And your first instinct as the PM.
Who's often to see it as a performance problem.
Right.
Maybe push them harder. Come on, you got this.
Give them a pep talk.
But what usually happens,
If it backfires, makes it worse.
because you're treating a symptom, not the cause.
Yeah.
I've seen that cycle play out way too often.
Me too. So instead of assuming or pushing, what's the action?
You conduct a simple, private, cognitive load check-in. Seriously, it takes maybe 5 minutes, but the diagnostic info is invaluable.
How does it work?
You start soft, with feelings. Hey, how you feeling about the current sprint? Energized, a bit tired, proud of the work? Just open the door.
Okay.
Then you probe for capacity. On a scale of 1 to 10, how effectively are you able to juggle everything right now, work, home stuff?
Getting a sense of their overall bandwidth.
Exactly. And then you probe for confidence, specifically related to a key task. Looking at the design challenge for Project Titan, scale of 1 to 10, how confident do you feel in your ability to really nail it?
Capacity and confidence scales. Simple, but
But remarkably clear in what it reveals. No more guesswork about why someone is struggling.
okay, so what are the diagnoses? What did the scores tell you?
All right, scenario 1. Capacity is low, but confidence is high.
So they believe they can do it, but they're just swamped.
Exactly. They're likely overwhelmed, too much on their plate, maybe stress outside work. The solution here is absolutely not a pep talk.
Right. That would be insulting.
The solution is to ruthlessly reduce their workload. As their leader, you must act as their shield. De-scope. Protect them. Give them space to recover.
You're protecting the asset. Makes sense. What's scenario 2?
Capacity is high, but confidence is low.
Okay, so they have the time, the energy, but they doubt themselves.
Precisely.
Yeah.
This person might be battling imposter syndrome, or maybe they genuinely feel they lack a specific skill for this new challenge.
Totally different problem.
Completely different diagnosis, so a completely different solution. Here, the answer is not to take work away. That could actually reinforce their self-doubt.
Yeah, good point. So what do?
You focus on building their confidence. And pair them with a mentor. Break that big, scary task into smaller, winnable steps.
Build momentum.
Yes. And crucially, remind them of past successes. Remind them of their skills. You're actively investing in their growth and self-belief.
And this creates a loop, doesn't it, between the two strategies?
It's a really powerful loop. When you do that cognitive load audit and see someone struggling low capacity, low confidence,
You can then use the motivation map insights.
exactly, you can remind them of their personal why. Remember that engineer feeling overwhelmed by the architectural project?
Yeah.
You connect it back. Hey, remember why we're doing this. This is your chance to lead the architectural vision, to really make your mark. That targeted motivational nudge,
Tied to their specific driver.
applied right when their confidence is shaky, can significantly boost them, help them overcome that biological resistance. It's about being a practical psychologist, not just a project manager.
So to wrap this up, what does this all mean for you, the product leader listening right now?
I think it means the greatest product leaders aren't just brilliant strategists. They are, in essence, practical psychologists.
Yeah.
They deeply grasp that every single product decision, tiny tweak or huge pivot, is fundamentally a change management challenge.
It's not some side task, it's core.
It's a core competency. They understand that behind every data point, every stakeholder request, every line of code, there isn't just a resource,
There's a human being.
a complex individual with ingrained motivations, fears, and critically, a finite capacity for stress.
So by consciously humanizing change, mapping motivations, managing cognitive load,
You can actually transcend that frustrating, debilitating cycle of resistance and cynicism that just plagues so many potentially great initiatives.
and instead,
You build a resilient, high-trust team. A team that doesn't just endure change, but actually embraces it, sees it as an opportunity for growth, for innovation.
okay, so a final thought for everyone listening to mull over.
Yeah, think about a significant change initiative happening right now in your organization.
Where might that spreadsheet logic be clashing, maybe silently, with the biological reality of your team?
And what's one small human-centric adjustment you could make this week? Maybe reframing a motivation using the map, or doing one simple cognitive load check-in.
What small shift could unlock a move from that quiet resistance to genuine embrace? Something to really think about. We'd love to hear your insights on this in the comments.
And that brings us to the end of this debrief. Our goal is to give you not just ideas, but a more powerful way to think. If you found value in this discussion, the best way to support this work is to give this episode a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a future session. And if you know a fellow product leader who is wrestling with these same challenges, feel free to share this episode with them. As always, you can find the link to the original, in-depth article by Karsten Schwarzkopf directly in the description below. Thank you for your time and your attention. Stay sovereign.